Hey y'all, I'm gonna be reacting to Talentless Nana episode 10. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Alright. I love that cute little logo. But now it's here. I just wonder how she's gonna get out of this sticky scenario though. Whew. And not just physically, but also mentally too, considering how he was able to just figure out Nana with somewhat relative ease. That is actually a good point. And it also has near immortality too, if that was the case. Oh. I wonder if he's telling him to do that just to see if he can temporarily become weakened so that she can finish him off. It's gonna be my guess. Alright. It's actually a pretty smart way of building up some time. The only issue with that when it comes to Nana though is she looks worn out. I don't know if she's gonna be able to make it far. And even though, yes, we know that Nana is a trained assassin, Tachibana doesn't look like the guy that's no slouch in the physical department, considering he, survived through a war? He is most likely going to, at the very least, be able to have at the very least set amount of fitness. At least that's my gut feeling when it comes to him. I could be completely wrong though, but just saying, seeming good for Nana right now, but hey, who knows? She may have some kind of like hidden trump, some kind of hidden trump card that she hasn't revealed yet. And what I mean by trump card, maybe she's got some kind of, I wouldn't say weapon, but maybe she's got some kind of like spot on the island or some kind of hidden ally. I really cannot wait to find out what they're going to do next in the series. Interesting though how you just see all, oh. I mean, that might be able to work in theory. Oh, ho, ho. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling. So I think if he's flexing that much, now he'd be giving Nana that. I mean, guess then again, Nana's on the floor though, suffering from that burn wound. So I'm not gonna really blame him for getting out details about himself. Hmm. But even if that's the case, whoever is providing all that information, Nana probably isn't going to give a shit about her well-being. Pretty brilliant there. Yeah, and plus, if he does know Nana's a psychological makeup, he would at the very least be able to maybe even get a negotiating advantage in knowing her past. I could see why he'd want to know more about her. I mean, worst case scenario, even if it doesn't give him a psychological advantage, it's solely... Oh. Okay, if that's the case, I wonder what type of upbringing did you have then? Oh, okay. Thought her brother was forcibly taken away from her household then. Oh. And I'm assuming they were murdered by a talented individual. Okay. If that's the case, that does narratively justify her hatred against talented individuals then in that case. At least now with that, I can actually, even though I don't want to see every single person in the classroom, I can actually root for Nana to an extent now. Now that they've actually provided some background information on her. Gotta give credit to the writing and the animation staff. And also Nana's voice performer too. That is actually a really good point. Especially the flame and the ice users too. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking too, because it's like, might be, I wouldn't say support for Nana, but at the very least, someone that can make up the difference. Aw, so cute. And it's like, aw, that's actually really unsweet though. But thankfully though, she's okay though. Nana and of course Mitro. Oh. And something I like about this too, with that specific line, Nana's gonna be able to mix in the truth partially with the lie too simultaneously. So this will actually help her cover her tracks. I like how Nana keeps on telling herself that, but out of all of them, when it comes to Mitru, you can tell Nana has like different kinds of emotions towards her. I want to say the camaraderie. Oh. Ho 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 ho. Okay. To think she'd actually be revealing that much about herself like that. But simultaneously, though, since it is actually the truth, it'll actually make it. It'll actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But I actually really like that feature about Mitri, though. actually one of the first few times I've seen Nana actually genuinely smile. No, she may keep on telling herself that there are reasons why she keeps Michiru alive, but even the previous episodes implied that at least Nana does see Michiru as someone genuine. Aww. Now the bigger question is, why would Modern Father be chosen as targets, though, unless it was a talented individual just went absolutely berserk? I mean, at the very least, though, she wasn't killed by that monster on the plus side. It actually is. I mean, but who knows? Maybe as she gets to know Michiru a bit more, she might actually do it. Because with Yuka, I don't think she ever monologued that she was tempted. I mean, I guess she kind of did, to an extent. But not to the point of Michiru, though. Huh? Okay, with her closing eyes, you can tell that she was faking the whole back injury thing. And you know, I'm not gonna blame Nana. Best to not reveal all her cards on the figurative table there. Oh shit. Yeah, but the sensei doesn't really have much of a standing when it comes from the power standpoint, so he better do what Kyoya says. Insane. I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick who to root for now, Kyoya or Nana. It's like shit. Oh. Whoa. Unless she maybe wore herself out in healing Nana because she has some. Yeah, I had a feeling that healing Nana's back might have actually hurt Michiru more than expected. For now. The thing, yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, he probably knows about the drawback about Michiru's abilities, though. I'm pretty sure that's the reason as to why. That would be way too dang risky. And even then, that doesn't even sound like a major weakness either. Because all things considered, you can just copy the ability of a talented that has maybe a minimal weakness, and he'd be relatively fine. I mean, thankfully though, don't you want us to have shape-shifting, but... Oh, this! This fucker. Yeah, I would actually throw it out the cat. I mean, I guess then I can just straight up can't say, I wouldn't say throw the cat out the window, but just put it out the window. It may be unlikely, but Michiro seems to be the type of individual that's way more smart than she seems, though. Oh. Hey, I actually kind of hope she not actually reveals that. I mean, I don't know about never, but... Cute. I mean, not like giving off those details that it's gonna it's not like it's gonna sink her into a deeper hole. Hmm. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Aww. Huh? Damn. Talk about being so losers there. Okay, that's actually pretty darn badass. You know, they're sure to make that into like a board game. It probably makes some money from a profit standpoint. Hmm. Jeez. Hmm. So I'm gonna. But even if you were inside, oh fuck. Okay, I can see now. That means that where the burglar was, they just snuck inside the window that was up. Oh. But the problem with that is, even though Nana wants to blame herself, she's also got to tell herself that whoever the talented individual was, they might have had abilities to just get through the window, just break it with relative ease anyway. The thing is, I don't think Nana should be. Oh. But the thing about that is, There might have been a chance that the burglar could have had an ability to sneak past the window. Anyway, that's the thing. She is really never gonna know unless she can find the burglar, take his life, and figure out his abilities. There's just no way he's truly gonna know. Aww. Oh, I thought the episode ended. I was like, wait, what? I want to see more. Okay, thank goodness it's actually a little bit more. Well, how long has she been awake? Oh, but I wonder what type of dirty selling Anna this time, because I don't think Kelly would just be knocking at her all confident in it like that if he had nothing. Oh, I mean, Anna did mention the fact that there was someone else that could have potentially be causing murders in the school too. It isn't so likely not just limited to her. Hold the fuck. The fuck? Hmm. Focus on that girl there. I wonder if she's the other murderer. Jeez, you know what? After the ED's over, I'm gonna have to just check out the opening again. Because knowing this series, they probably have the other murderer just somewhere spliced in here. They're just not having it in the forefront, so that I guess as an audience viewer, they don't immediately pick up on that unless there was an audience that actually viewed the source material, that is. But overall, actually, yeah, I really love what I saw in this one. I'm gonna have to rate this one because at least before this, oh, hello Ishikai, and hello Shraji Doli, and hello Ayu Dwa 300. As for Shanju Doli, at least in this one, it looks like there's another murderer in their midst. So that's pretty nice. It's gonna really make things a lot more spicier. As for Ayudad at 300, it actually does officially release the series, at least in my time zone at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. But anyways, back into what I really love about this episode, though. For one, it's actually the first time I can legitimately say, you know what? I can actually root for Nana, which never thought I'd actually say that going in. But hey, did the tough. Yeah, that's why I felt like this chick with the green hair felt fishy. Like, I don't think the episode would have just ended off with her for no reason. There had to have been a purpose for that. And you know something else I also love about this episode too, aside from now making Nana a character that I can actually legitimately root for. I actually love the fact that at the very least for this specific episode, it delves into her past. It justifies why she would hate the Talentless. And on top of that, something else I also really love about this episode specifically, from a story standpoint, there wasn't a single moment that just felt dull. Since you had people asking Nana about her past, it was a nice transition and actually showing off some flashbacks because it had the advantage of not only informing us about Nana's past, you also saw Michiru learning about it simultaneously, so that's actually, oh, okay, so you actually see the cat there again in the opening. Yeah, I'm actually playing the opening again, just see if there's anything I could have missed, but actually I like that little touch. Yeah, okay, yeah, the green hair chick does actually have her small little clip with a few seconds. I'm gonna assume that she's probably gonna be the one that caused the murder of that boy. Only because, like, yeah, she's like the only other character that the series hasn't really emphasized yet, at least this late in the game. Although there are those three boys too. So who knows, maybe they might actually be the other murderers on the island too. Maybe the series is trying to, like, throw some kind of curveballs. Either way, can't wait to find out. As for other things I also love about this episode, from a story standpoint, aside from it naturally transitions to Nana's past, because aside from us learning, Michiru learned about it too, so that's gonna probably set herself up to some interesting character arcs. I love how in this episode they actually exponentially raised the stakes. Because now with the potential possibility of there being someone else on the island that can utilize that has methods of disposing of people, it's gonna make you wonder whether this individual is gonna be just like Nana without powers, or for all we know, it could also be a talented user that just has a grudge against certain people. Because Tachibana did mention the fact that with no one to teach people how to utilize their abilities, some people can just go straight up crazy and berserk. There's also that potential can of worms. So cannot wait to find out, because knowing this series, it might actually should have tried to throw off some kind of like epic twist. And that, at least when it comes to this series, I should never be taking anything that it doesn't at face value. And that's, at least that's just me. So that's what I thought it fantastic from the story standpoint. Just constant tension, and especially now, there's one of the first few instances where there's a murder going around, and Nana isn't the perpetrator this time. As from a character standpoint, I love what they did with Nana. Finally, a Nana character that I can be like, you know what? As long as she doesn't kill Michiru, I can actually root for her, because Michiru is like the only talented individual on the island where I actually really love. Provided she doesn't harm her, I'm cool with this. And plus, I don't think Nana's ever gonna harm Michiru, only because there's still other people that she can aim for. And two, we're starting to see Nana, she's starting to like waver a bit, and I actually like that. Makes for some nice character development. And I even love how she's opening up the layers in her heart too, when she's straight up just giving off her background information to Nana. So that's also really nice too. And it was actually nice to learn that she actually has been trying to repress her memories of the past to an extent too in the episode. So that's something I really like, just to see the psychological turmoil that Nana's been dealing from the start of the series towards the current point of the series. So I thought I did a really fantastic job with her. And I even love the character development for cute little Michiru too. And actually seeing how she felt sympathy for Nana while simultaneously also wanting to be there for her. That is actually really darn cute and adorable. And additionally, I actually love what they did with Tachibana though. Where, for one, you see how shifty he is and trying to make sure he can hide any little detail about him. I thought that was actually pretty darn badass, because any chess master should always, or not even chess master, any poker player should try to hide every little single bit about themselves to try to negotiate with the higher hand. So that's also something I really love too. And as for it doing fantastic from a character and story standpoint, animation arc actually looks pretty nice. Especially the sequences involving whenever we saw Nana's past, and you had like that dark purple shading. It was like, jeez, it looked good, and it looked striking. And you can really tell the animators, they knew this episode needed to be the big one, and they delivered. Thought the artwork was absolutely beautiful, especially seeing the facial expressions of little Nana when she hears that it was a burglar that caused her parents to die. That was just really depressing to hear, you know? So I gotta give it absolute credit for that. And the voice performances from everyone were absolutely amazing, especially from Nano's actress. And that's why I'm gonna rate this one a 10 out of 10. I think this episode absolutely deserves a 10 out of 10 rating. I mean, it had the tough task of me actually rooting for Nana, but it pulled it off in a singular episode. I'm like, jeez. And for that, I give it absolute credit, because for a series to make me root for this character for 9 episodes straight, then just to make me switch my stance with like this extra negative information, it takes a lot, and this series pulled off that miraculous feat. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you feel about Miraction or the episode itself in the comment section below. And right before I go, I'd like to say thank you very much to Ishika, Shanju Doli, and Ayud Glad 300. Thank y'all so much for commenting on the live chat. And for everyone else, thank y'all so much for watching my video. Hope you have a great, safe, and fantastic day. And I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.